penalty box.
Audio check. Audio check.
Check.
Good Saturday evening, and Yabba Dabba Doo sports fans. Welcome to the friendly confines of Barrel Toyota Ice Center. A quick 5 to 6 mile drive from the Wicked Slapshot Productions global headquarters in Cranberry Township. So this is a home game of home games between your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects. This time in their traveling blacks. These uniforms are well worn at this point after all the recent travel. And these Ohio Blue Jackets AAA. We're on the Galaxy rink, so we are 8 feet from the boards, and makes for a real tight view. But we'll do what we can. We'll give you what you can. You lose a little bit right in front of me, but we have a better view of the corners and better view of the action for the most part. So 3 minutes on the warm-up clock. They have not yet started it. Stripes is pegging the nets now. Now it's started, 2:55, and we will be back for puck drop on a Saturday night here in Warrendale, Pennsylvania, with your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects. Lineup updates for your selects. Marshall still out with a melon. Klein still out with a knee. Kiesel out with a lacrosse tournament. So we've got Beatty, number 25. Beatty up from Wilkes-Barre for this game. Bus arrived a couple hours ago. She's going to be in the backyard. We'll see if she, would assume she's going to line up with Zivy, taking the spot of Kiesel. So there's your lineup updates for your selects tonight. Beatty up from Wilkes-Barre. Marshall out with a melon. Klein out with a knee. Kiesel out with lacrosse. This one should be Jamelkowski in net tonight. We'll find out here shortly. As Tommy Diamond in the house. You can just see the top of his head there as he comes up the steps. We're in a vulnerable position here. We're on the Galaxy rink. I'm higher than the glass, and there is no net, so hopefully the pucks stay where the pucks belong and don't come up this way, because I am higher than everything here. Trying to bring you some angles here to get a view of this game. We're tight rink here. This is the smaller of the two. Looks like they got 16 on the clock. And that'll be 90-second penalties. We have 2 stripes ready to go. Looks like we got a lady stripe and a man stripe for the game tonight. Selects are ready. They're going to skate over to Tyndall. Get last-minute instructions. Tyndall and Corner on the bench with Marshall and Klein running the doors. Marshall will run the D door. Klein will run the O door. The Stripes reaches into the bag o' pucks to grab a couple for the game. Looks like the Clawhardy's backed up a bus tonight. We have a whole cheering section here tonight for Malia. They must all have nothing else to do. There's about 47 friends of Clawhardy here to cheer for Malia tonight. And Jamelkowski's going to take the long skate to my right. And Pilarski, Detling, Kinger, Desai, and Zivkovic. So they're all mixed up now. Tyndall jumbling them around after the low-effort game this morning, trying to get something going. So Pilarski, Detling, Kinger, Zivy, and Desai look like they're going to take the top pair on D tonight. As we're going to get this thing underway. Stripes comes in to drop the puck. Blue Jackets banging on the boards, and we're underway. Angles are tough here. We'll give you what you can. Here comes Kinger down the far wall on the break. Kinger shoots. Goaltender with a save as Detling gets dumped in front of the net, and we're going to get a stoppage. I don't know what that symbol is, Marshall. You picked a little emoji there. I can't tell what that is. Showing if I was on the bench, I'd be even closer than I am here, and it's even tighter, so we're not going to do that. Draw on the far corner, around the backside. Blue Jackets pick it up there, up the near wall. It's a Malia. Is it Malia bobblehead night? No, hopefully not. As the Jackets come down the near wall, put it in front. Desai clears that to the wall. Jackets, Zivy battling in the corner there, and now it comes up the wall. And this one's going to battle deeper in behind Jamelkowski. And now it comes out to the far point. They can't clear. Shot from there. Gets all the way over into the near corner, and Jackets chase it down there. Send it lower. Pilarski chases. Jackets beat her to the puck. Into Desai's feet. Now behind Jamelkowski. Jackets center. Backhand through the goal mouth over to the near wall. Pilarski heavy pressure. Loses it near circle. Shot! Jamelkowski knocks that to the far corner. Desai up too far for Kinger. Jackets chip it in as Desai gets bodied and clears the puck. As now the Jackets come back down the near wall. And they put it in past Jamelkowski to the far corner. Yanni, Clawhardy. Yanni falls down. Yanni, Clawhardy, Detling hasn't changed yet. We'll see who this line mate's going to be. As Clawhardy comes out of it up the near wall. She stops. She turns. She goes back behind Jamelkowski. Now around to the far wall. Coming on her forehand. Loses it on the line. Tries to chip by. That doesn't work. Stripes has it in his feet. Yenny. Detling off. Schuler and Dull on. And here comes the rig. So it looks like it's going to be Rig, Clawhardy, and Yenny in this line combination tonight. As they push it around behind for Clawhardy. Clawhardy leaves it for the Rig. Rig tried to put it back to Clawhardy. Couldn't get it there. Now they're coming up the far wall with Schuler. Dahl gets a stick in there. Leaves it for Yenny. Yenny overskates. Loses it to a Jacket. Here they come right around her. Now they shoot around Schuler. Hit Jamelkowski up in the neck area. She dropped down quickly and covered it up. We got her up high in the neck. And Marshall tells me that's a melon. We got Tina dancing here. I got to move my water so I can turn more and give you the view of Tina dancing. We got Clawhardy taking this draw in the far circle out to the far point. Jackets win back shot. Knocked down by Yenny. Over to the near point, near corner now. They take it lower. In behind. No, it doesn't get behind. They're beating, they're banging. Dahl chips it around the backside. Schuler's going to pick it up there. Here goes the Rig. She's not going to break free, though. And Schuler, heavy pressure. They get it through to the Rig. Rig at the blue line. Rig dumps it deep, heads for a change. In behind. Near corner now, the Jackets have it. They push it up the wall. Clawhardy holds it momentarily, and now here they come. Makasenka on for the Rig. Gets it back to Yenny. Yenny stops, turns, sends it ahead. Too far for Clawhardy. They wave off the icing on what should have been a tip. And Taylor comes out. Looks like we got Beatty up from Wilkes-Barre playing in the backyard with Swiss Army Niner. Taylor, Makasenka, and Barfight up front now. So those are your line combinations for tonight. We're going to roll Taylor, Makasenka, Barfight, Clawhardy, Rig, and I forget who was out there with them. Yenny, and then Kinger out there with Detling and Pilarski. 13:09, draw near corner, Barfight. Barfight puts it to the wall. Makasenka out to Beatty. Beatty throws it off the shin pad of a Jacket. Swiss Army Niner knocks it ahead. Taylor can't get a stick on it. It comes back the other way. Here comes Barfight with it. A couple of Jackets down in front of their bench. Barfight pulled down. We're getting a penalty here on the Jackets as they skate around behind. And with 12:47, Your selects are going to go on the Powerball power play. See who they send out here for this. Claherty, Zivy, Desai, Pilarski, and Kinger. So he's going to go 2D up top. No chance for the wicked slap shot. 12:47, near corner, Pilarski sends it deeper. Jackets up the wall, Zivkovic holds. Zivkovic sends it around back. Kinger dancing, leaves it for Zivkovic. Zivkovic cheats in. Zivkovic back to Kinger. Kinger down low. Kinger puts it in front. Pilarski, goaltender, got that in some piece of equipment. 12:27, a minute 11 to go in the penalty. And for some reason, the penalty didn't start. See if we can get it going here. We're at a minute 11 on the penalty. We'll set that. Now it's on. These buttons are finicky. My junior broadcast partner, Schilling, hasn't figured out how to get this app working yet. I got to spend some time with him. As this goes around the backside now, Pilarski. Pilarski over to the far wall. Pilarski near circle. Pilarski out to Zivkovic, high point. Zivkovic. Shot missed badly to the near side. Jackets are going to get to that empty puck first, and they're going to throw it all the way down. And Pilarski's going to chase it down behind Jamalkowski with 49 seconds to go in the penalty. Pilarski up the near wall. Here she comes quickly in front of us. Pilarski still skating. Pilarski shoots off the goalie. It's loose in front. Jackets put it in front. It's still loose. Drifts through the feet. There's a goal. Pilarski cleans it up on the back door. Goalie didn't know where it was. It was between her legs. Pilarski came around to the back door and said, "Thank you very much." 1-0 Steel City on a power play goal. I told her we needed to get it going tonight, and there it is as they drop it on the back door, and Pilarski bangs it in to an open net. Now Taylor, Barfight, and Makasenka come out here with Schuler and Dull. Barfight directing Makasenka to try the rush. As here we go on this draw. There she is. She picks it up. Coming down the near wall on the face-off shot. Goaltender gloves it. Created an opportunity, just didn't get the angle. And we're going to get a draw in the near corner here as Barfight's going to step in and take it. Barfight draw over to the corner. Makasenka battling. Barfight joins. Makasenka comes out of there with it along the end wall, shoots off the goalie's shoulder. In behind net, off the moorings. And we get a whistle. We'll come back to this near circle for another draw. I realize you can't see too much down there, but it's all I can give you. Lily Coulter in the house with Jen. Jen Coulter, co-owner of MJ Coulter Trucking, official sponsor of the Big Rig. As they're going to come into the near corner. We're going to get a draw here. Makasenka to the wall. They battle it into the corner. Makasenka out to Dahl. Dahl throws it deeper. Past Makasenka around. Barfight's not going to get there. Taylor whiffs on it. And now the Jackets are going to clear it up. They got a player breaking. They can't get it to her. And now they send it over to the near point, top of their defensive zone. Barfight battling hard. This one comes across Taylor, can't get a stick on it. And here come the Jackets back through neutral. Jackets to the blue line. That was offsides. And that's exactly what they call. So we're going to get a draw here outside the zone. We're going to come here to the near dot. Pilarski, Detling. We got Kinger hiding on the wall over there. Back to Beatty. Beatty couldn't get it to Kinger. Kinger was there, but she couldn't handle the puck. Now she sends it up to Kinger. Kinger picks it up on the half wall. Tries to send it up. Detling getting hooked. No call there. As this goes over into the far corner. Up to Kinger. Kinger sends it around the backside. 10:45. As they're going to retreat into the feet of a Columbus player, and now they send it across. Swiss Army Niner. They get around her down the far wall. Come in behind Jamalkowski. They center it up front. Here comes Detling. Detling across on a pass that was too far ahead of King, but King got around. King shoots. Misses everything high. Around to the near wall. Beatty. Beatty tries to hold, can't. They beat it out past Pilarski. Back to neutral. This one comes through, and Swiss Army Niner picks it up there. They've got time and space on a change. She loses it at the red line, and Beatty picks it up. Beatty loses it at the blue line. Jackets back the other way. They chip it behind the rig. This one gets chipped ahead by Yenny, and they're going to have to circle back as now Yenny picks it up. Rig tips it, can't get a stick in there. And Rig loses her lumber and stops and picks it up. Beatty around behind for Niner. Niner's got the rig going up to Yenny. Yenny back to Clawhardy. Here comes Clawhardy with the rig trailing. Clawhardy gets around through. Can't get it on her forehand. Clawhardy finds the back of the net. 2-0 Steel City. Couldn't get it on her forehand, but she found the back of the net. On a break in, and it's 2-0 Steel City. So we got a little more energy than we had this morning, and we got 2 on the board slightly more than 6 minutes into this game. They're going to stay. Desai, Zivy, Clawhardy, Yenny, Rig. Clawhardy. As Yenny and Stevens are going to try to break. Doesn't work. Clawhardy comes out of there with it. She tips it over to Yenny, and they're going to call it offsides as Jacket fell down at the line. So we're going to go to the dot in front of the Jackets bench. I'm not sure. That might not be a lady stripe. That might be a dude with long hair. We'll have to look closer when they switch in the next period. Up the near wall. Too far for the rig. It goes around behind. The more I look, it might be a dude. Clawhardy holds. Tips it lower. Nobody back there. Rig's going to skate over. Battle. And escape by her. Here they come up the near wall. They send it lower. In behind Jamalkowski. Clawhardy battling. Yenny comes over. Clawhardy comes out of there with it. Here she comes. Rig and Yenny trailing. Clawhardy loses it at the blue line as the Rig and Yenny change. Taylor jumps on. They skate right by her. Makasenka got a stick in there. Desai actually takes it away, though. Desai up the wall. Chips it ahead to Clawhardy. Clawhardy extends the shift and knocks it deep. Heads to the bench as the Jackets come up the near wall. Jackets right in front of us quickly. Down the near side. Diamond still chasing. Got a stick in there to prevent the shot as they go to the wall. Dahl up the wall. Makasenka there, not going to get a stick on it. And she does. She knocks it out. Jackets retreat back, and that is an icing. 8:30 to go. First period. 2-0 on goals by Pilarski and Clawhardy. 8:30 to go first. Here on a Saturday night in Warrendale. Near circle draw. Bar fight. Loses that draw. Jackets put it deeper behind the wall. Bar fight battling for it. Jackets come out of there with it along the goal line. They dance in front. Jamalkowski steers it away. It's loose in front. They're still battling. Now it ends up in the corner, and Dahl sends it up the wall. Taylor can't clear. Now they send it past Taylor. That was Schuler that sent it up the wall. Now Dahl's going to pick it up on the near wall. Just chip it ahead, but not out. Dahl gets shouldered down. And Barfight sends it around the backside. Taylor whacks at it, sends it out as Makasenka goes on a run. But that Jacket's going to get there ahead of her and send it up the wall. They kick it across the zone, and Detling overskates. Here come the Jackets 2-on-2. Pilarski hurries to get back. Shot. Jamalkowski uses the blocker to the far wall. And now they come along the goal line. They hit a player, streak it through the high slot over to the near corner. Shot. Jamalkowski gloves and covers. 7:36 first. Going to bring that one here to the near dot for this draw. Beatty, Swiss Army Niner, Pilarski, Detling, and Kinger come out here for this draw. As Pilarski can't win that one. The Jackets win it back. Beatty battling in the corner up the wall to Detling. Detling did nothing with it. They stop, they turn. Jamalkowski puts that to the far corner. As Niner battles over there. Now they push it up to the far point. Shot from that far point. Tipped. Got a misdirect. Jamalkowski got on it with the lumber as Niner picks it up. Niner has Detling going. Niner tried to get it out there and just didn't get anything on it. No mustard on that hot dog as Beatty sends it out. Now they send it back in, and that should have been an offside. It's a delayed offsides maybe. No, they turned it over right in the goal mouth, and Pilarski had to hurry up there. I think they now they turn it over as Niner let it go. Shot! Jamalkowski bailed her out. Niner had a chance to get a stick on it, didn't. And Jamalkowski bailed her out. So they're going to bring this one to the near circle. Rigg, Yenny, and Claherty. Oh, no, they're going to the far circle for this one. Rigg, Yenny, and Claherty with Zivkovic and Desai. As comes over to Desai. Desai up the wall to Yenny. Here comes Yenny. Yenny's leading the play. She's going to get the red line and dump. Rigg's going to go into the near corner, but it took an odd bounce. Goalie stopped it. Yenny chases behind. It comes loose up to the near point. They chip it out past Claherty. As Desai fell down, Zivkovic's going to circle, chase it. Zivkovic stops, chips it up the wall to Yenny. Yenny leaves it for the Rigg, but it's too far ahead of her. Now they send it across. Columbus does, and that looked offsides to me, but they didn't call it. Desai comes over and picks it up, takes heavy pressure, and now Claherty sends it around the backside. Yenny should get there. She does. Yenny going to skate it out. She's going to throw it down, but that's going to be an icing. 6:08 back this way. Bar fight. Taylor, Makasenka come out here with Schuler and Dahl. As take the draw to the far circle. Bar fight. Pulls it back. Schuler comes out of there with it up the near wall. She flips it up the wall to Makasenka. Makasenka sends it right to the near point. Shot, missed everything to the near side. Around backside, Dahl. Dahl tried to hit the Uno reverse card. Didn't work. Near slot. Shot. Jamalkowski with the cover. And we're going to get a stoppage. 5:53. We'll go to the near point, or the far point, far circle for this draw, I should say. There's a little bit too much dancing going on the bench right now, for my liking. Long time to go in the game as Pilarski can't do much with it, but Kinger will chip it off the wall. Out. King battling. Still battling. Detling joins. Pushes it ahead. Now here comes Pilarski down the near wall. Loses it to a Jacket. They chip it behind. Detling battling in behind the net now. Over to the near side. This one comes up the near wall where Pilarski stops, turns. Pilarski tries to drag it through. That doesn't work. And several players trying the toe drag. This one goes around Dahl into the corner. And Pilarski's going to get there with a Jacket. Jacket's going to put it in front. Jamalkowski, Jacket again, tipped it behind the net near wall. Now they battle it low behind Jamalkowski. They center it blindly. Schuler almost put it in her own net. She turned it over at point-blank range, and thankfully that shot didn't get through. Pilarski trying to battle it out. Can't. King going to skate over. A little sloppy right now in the defensive zone. Schuler with a bad turnover right in front of the net. Thankfully the shot didn't get through. Now they battle it lower as Pilarski chips it up and out, and slow enough that there's no icing as the Jackets retreat. Claherty, Rigg, and Yenny come on as this one gets across. Rigg's going to pick it up. She loses it in the feet. Now the Jackets have it near circle. They send it low to the goal line. Center. It's loose in front. They tip it in. They got Jamalkowski moving left, and they kept it on the near side, moving to our left, her right. They got her going to the far side. It left the back door open. What turned into the back door, it was the same side, though, and they put it by her easily. They got her moving the wrong direction. And it's 2-1 with 4:27 to go. Yeah. We're going to go here to the near, to the center for this draw. They get it by Stevens, and now here it comes this way. Coulter tells me it's a dude. Both Coulters say dude, so it's definitely not a female stripe. It's a stripe with long hair. As this one's loose in front of Jamalkowski. Now Claherty picks it up. Claherty around one. Claherty, it's too far ahead of her. Claherty to the wall. Claherty sends it towards the net, but nobody's down there as the Rigg had gone to the bench. Now Niner sends it deeper. Makasenka on for the Rigg. Claherty overskates, sends it up the wall. And this one's going to come back to neutral with the Jackets. Jackets quickly in front of me up the near side here. Into the center. Around Niner. Backhand, loose in front. Now they bring it around the backside. Niner with pressure. Now they send it in front, cut off by Beatty. Beatty sends it up off the wall, out, and the Jackets are going to regroup. Jackets over to defender, up, off a skate to Beatty. Beatty stops, turns, throws it to Claherty. Claherty extending the shift here with Yenny. This always leads to trouble as Yenny gets off. Now Beatty's going to go get it behind the net. Beatty sends it up the wall to Taylor. Taylor turns it over in the high slot, sends it lower, and now they can't get it out. As Niner battles. Taylor can't get a stick on it. Now around behind. Jackets can't get a stick on it. Near corner. They send it up the near wall. No. Claherty. Claherty's been out here for 45 minutes at this point. And now they're going to send it up the walls. Claherty falls down. And now Claherty backhands it over to the wall. They still can't get it out. Now they both end up on the ground, and here comes Makasenka. Makasenka kicks it ahead. Makasenka up the near wall, dumps it. Claherty stayed out so long that one of their line mates missed the entire shift. So here comes bar fight as Makasenka comes off with Detling. Now the lines are all messed up. This one comes back across the side. The side knocks it into the far corner. And bar fight's out here with Detling and Kinger now as they skate by King. And here they come 3-on-1, Zivkovic back. They push it across and miss everything to the near side. And they battle in the near corner. This one goes now behind the net as Detling throws it around the far side. King should get there. King chips it, but not all the way out. Now Detling picks it up. Detling down the far wall. Detling gets pulled down. No call. This one goes to the near corner. Jackets try to clear it up. Pilarski pokes it away. Zivkovic didn't get anything on that one as it was a pitching wedge shot from the point. And 1:38 will get a stoppage here in the first period. 2-1 selects. Dahl and Schuler to the backyard. Pilarski, Detling, Kinger in the front yard. Detling working on her equipment here during this break. Going to the far dot for this draw. 1:38. Pilarski steps in to take it, and the Jackets jump it. It's loose. Jackets in behind the net. Detling up the wall. Dahl's going to cheat in as Dahl tripped the player, but Pilarski couldn't hold the puck. She sent it deep. Now they tag up. Kinger going to chase. Kinger got a stick on it as Detling tries to hold. Pilarski steps over to the wall. Dahl can't hold it. She sends it back into the feet of all of our players. Pilarski comes out of there with it, turns it over to a Jacket, and here they come back the other way. With 1:07 to go. Down the wall into the corner. Get my microphone cord all tangled up here. I'm not used to being this much higher than the setup. This one goes into the far corner as Schuler chases. Rigg pushing a player in the high slot. Near point. Over to the near wall. Rigg backhands it up the wall. Jackets pick it up there. They send it in front loose. Didn't get anything on that. And luckily, Jamalkowski got a cover on that one. They were at point-blank range, and that player got nothing on that one on a bad turnover. So here come Yenny and Claherty to join the rig with 42.3 to go in this first period. 2-1 selects. Over to the corner, shot, cut down by Schuler. Times back in line, around back to Dahl. Dahl up to Yenny. Yenny is Claherty. Yenny up to the rig. The rig down the rig whips a slap shot, missed the net to the far side. And the rig was cheating up there and just didn't have the angle to get a good shot. Now we come down the near wall. Schuler, they skate right around her, skate in, shoot, miss everything to the far side. Out to the high point. Backhand into the near corner, 9 seconds to go. Schuler up the wall but not out. Near point shot. That hit Claherty's skate, 4 seconds. In front, Jamalkowski pushes that to the far wall. They send it over to the far side, and that's going to do it. Period number one's over. We played one. It's 2-1 selects. I'll be back for period number 2. You are watching Wicked Slapshot Productions. Can't play the music for you because YouTube will have a fit, but Pilarski's dancing. All right, dance party's over. Bar fight, Taylor, Makasenka, Desai, and Zivi out here for this draw. Jamelkowski long skate to my left. This is the period of the long change. Bar fight on the draw. Jackets win it back, and they chip it up past Makasenka. Zivi retreats. Zivi can't clear it. Zivi still beating and banging its inner feet. Jackets push it lower. Bar fight comes in front. Jamelkowski pushes it behind with the paddle, and now Taylor's going to pick it up there. Taylor can't clear, and Jackets hold it on the near point. We got a jacket without a stick here. Not quite sure what happened there. She picked it back up. Around to the backside, Desai knocked a player down. Now Desai bodies another player. Bar fight battling back there with Desai. They poke it ahead. Makasenka can't get a stick on it. She blocks that shot. Desai overskates. It's loose in front. Zivkovic, Jamelkowski had to make a save on that one, and now out to the far point. They throw it in, miss everything to the near side, into the near corner. Jackets are just getting to those loose pucks sooner than we are. Now they tried to send it ahead to Makasenka. She wasn't even looking. In on Jamelkowski. She makes another big save. There's a stick on the ice here. It's Desai, as this one's loose, and Jamelkowski's going to cover that up. And Desai's going to go see if that stick's broken. We're about to find out. And it is broken. Desai broke it. We had a little scrum in front of the net. I didn't see it. I didn't see the offenders as Pilarski's line comes out here. Now we send it over to the near point. They chip it lower. Around the backside. Niner there. Niner up the wall for Detling. Detling, it's in her feet. She sends it right to a jacket. And Niner clears that away. Now Niner's still trying to clear it. It's in her feet. Pilarski picks it up, takes it behind. Pilarski's ready to skate. Here she comes around one. Pilarski. Pilarski around another one. Pilarski dancing, stopping, circling, sends it across to Beatty. Beatty bounces it in front. Goaltender covers. No, it's loose. Detling. Detling battling to the end wall. Kinger sticks a stick in there. Detling still battling. Now it's Pilarski. Pilarski comes out of there with it, drops it behind to Detling. Detling in front, still loose. It's loose in the high slot. Pilarski, and we're going to get a whistle, and I'm not sure why. Not sure what that whistle's for. Don't understand that whistle. We got Pilarski dancing again. I'm not going to turn the camera to show you, though. They're bringing it out of the zone. I guess they're going to call a player in the crease interfering with their goalie. I'm not sure. More look at his stripe. He looks like Greg the Hammer Valentine. As Clardy puts it down the far wall, Rig can't hold it. Rig dumps a girl. That hit by the big rig, sponsored by Coulter Trucking. As Mrazek sends it up too far for Clardy. Riggs now, oh no, that is not Riggs' glove. Rig takes a shot in the back. Clardy just elbows a girl high in the head. And we'll have to see what's going on here with this little one in Clardy. They send it up the wall and not out. They're battling low here. Mrazek tries to get a stick on it. They send it up to, no, Yenny can't get it out. Now the Rig. Rig can't get it out. It's loose, comes past the Rig, and Yenny banks it back to neutral. And they're going to chase her across as they send it up off a skate. Beatty pokes it ahead. Rig picks it up, dumps it in, and heads to the bench. Into the near corner. Jackets pick it up there. They skate around Clardy. Makasenka out here with Yenny and Clardy. Makasenka coming back the other way. Makasenka with a burst. Makasenka around one. Makasenka loses the puck to Clardy. Clardy shoots point blank range. Makasenka gets tackled behind the net, no call. This one chips out and come all the way back and almost hit the glove on the ice as Schuler leaves it for Dahl. Dahl picks it up there. And here comes Dahl. Dahl up the near wall, loses the puck at neutral, regains it, throws it deep, and Makasenka's going to go chase it with Barfight and Taylor. Taylor up the near wall. Taylor throws it off Barfight in behind the net. 12:20 to go. Send it up ahead to a Jacket. That Jacket chips it into another one, and it's Schuler back. Schuler whacks. They come around her. They get in on Jamalkowski, save to the end wall. Schuler leaves it for Taylor. Taylor can't bank it out as this one comes down deeper past her. Now out to the near point. Shot from the near point. Loose. Tipped. Jamalkowski reacted. Knocked it down. It's loose. They're beating. They're banging. Dahl knocked the player down back there. Now they have it in the near circle, and Taylor will finally poke it out. Back to neutral. We seem content to clear. We're not trying to make much of a rush happen here. As Barfight cuts it off. Barfight can't maintain it, though, as she's surrounded by three Jackets. Taylor skates in, over skates. Here come the Jackets out. Schuler tips it in, and that's going to be an offsides. So we're going to draw, looks like on the far dot, as Detling, Pilarski, no, near dot. Detling, Pilarski, and King come out. The Jackets win it back. Face-offs have been a challenge. And this is Greg the Hammer Valentine with a long man mullet as the ref. Kinger dumps it deep past Greg Valentine in around behind the net. And over to the far wall, Zivy. Zivy battling over there. Schilling's old enough to remember Greg the Hammer Valentine. Pilarski loses it to a Jacket. They chip it by Zivkovic. Desai's going to need to hurry. It's 3-on-1. Desai takes the angle. Lets Jamalkowski do her job. It's loose on the doorstep. Desai cleans it over to the wall. And here comes Kinger. Kinger tips it around. Here she comes up the near wall. Kinger with an angle. Shoots. Goaltender with a save to the far wall. Rigg can't get there. Zivkovic. Now the Rigg will come out of there with it. Rigg can't hold it. Zivkovic throws it deeper. Around back. Clawhardy on. Yanni on. Jackets far near corner. They send it up to neutral. Clawhardy picks it up, regroups. Clawhardy skating, tips it past Yanni. They wave off. Greg Valentine waves off the icing. Around the backside. Up the far wall. Yanni can't hold it. Jackets pick it up there. Yanni skates in. Rigg comes out of there with it. Rigg loses it to a Jacket. Now they come back the other way. This one's in slow motion as Yanni puts a stick in there. Swiss Army Niner's going to chase it to the near corner. She maintains her feet. She got hit. Clawhardy gets tripped. No call. Loose high slot. Terrible turnover. Jamalkowski bailed him out. Over to the far wall. High over the net. Oh, it bounced off the glass here. Loose on the doorstep, and Clawhardy picks it up there. Clawhardy cannot get it out, though. Clawhardy up to Yanni. Yanni can't get it out. Clawhardy will. No, and now Rigg battling. They're battling here for it. And they send it out to Clawhardy. Clawhardy over to the far wall. They tie each other up and fall down. Jackets down the far wall. Jamalkowski to the near corner. Yanni battling. Rigg whacks at it. Can't clear it. It's low. Jackets shoot high over everything to the far wall. Up the far wall. Jackets. High slot. Around Yanni. Backhand. Miss everything to the far wall. Over to the far point. Jackets. Send it deeper. We just cannot get the puck out of our own end. As they send it in deeper again. They fan on that one. Clawhardy. It's loose in front. Rigg backhands, and that one will get out. And it'll come all the way back, and we'll see if that's even enough to let them change. Rigg's going to go change. Yanni's going to go change. Desai. Beatty. Beatty skating with it. Beatty with a shot. Goaltender gloves it. Leaves it. And here they come up the near wall. Off Makasenka. Makasenka holds it. Makasenka into Taylor's feet. Taylor tried to give it back to Makasenka. Couldn't. Taylor. Heavy pressure back there. Can't do anything with it. Jackets pick it up. Taylor, Makasenka, and Barfight out here now as they tip it up past Beatty. Schuler's going to go chase it. They get around Beatty. Shot. Schuler got a stick on it into the near corner where Beatty's going to pick it up. Beatty up the wall. Taylor can't handle it. Back the other way. Barfight tips it. Now Beatty tips it ahead. She's been out here a while. She's got to get off. They send it over in front of the net. Up the far wall. Beatty stays. Beatty. Oh, they give it up. Schuler picks it up. Schuler stops, turns. Behind the net, heavy pressure. She flips it around the wall. And this one's going to come up the near wall. No, Jackets behind. Beatty stands a player up the wall. Taylor in front for Makasenka. Can't handle the pass. All the way to the blue line now. Makasenka whacking at it. This one comes up the near wall to the Jackets. Right below us. Jackets up the near wall. Schuler. They steer it into the center. Too far. All the way over to the far wall. They shoot it from there. It doesn't get in. Schuler battling with the Jacket. Up the far wall now. Makasenka's not going to get there. Jackets blocked by Dull. They kick it up the wall. Now it comes lower. Barfight. Barfight's going to pick it up there. Barfight up to Taylor. Taylor can't handle the pass. Turns it over to a Jacket. Now they battle into the corner. Schuler up the wall. Past Taylor. Taylor picks it up. Sends it ahead to Makasenka. Here comes Makasenka. Can't handle the pass. And now they turn around and come back the other way. Up the far wall. Barfight steps in. Stops the player. Dahl up ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka flips it off a Jacket. Taylor can't get it. Makasenka bangs it ahead again. Jackets. Now back to Dahl. Dahl regroups. Dahl's going to lose it at the blue line. And they're going to battle, and the Jackets are going to come down the far wall. Shot doesn't get in as Pilarski picks it up behind with 6:44 to go. Pilarski gets bodied. Taylor, now Pilarski. Here comes Pilarski through neutral. Pilarski with speed. Tried to put it ahead to Detling. Couldn't handle the pass. That's interference. Goaltender covers. No call. Pilarski, Kinger, and Detling out here. As I continue to get tangled up on my own gear here. Desai, Zivy in the backyard. Detling, Pilarski, Kinger up front. Far circle draw, offensive zone. Right to Pilarski. Pilarski sends it low to Detling. Detling sends it right in on the goalie. And that worked well. Detling just didn't get a lot of mustard on that hot dog. So we'll do it again. Kinger. Kinger didn't work that time. This comes out to the point. Desai and Zivy fight with it and up into the bench. And Coiner makes a catch. Quick reflexes, Coiner. We're working on a segment, cross-checking with Coiner, but she didn't like the AI graphics, so we got to work on that some more. As Pilarski's going to pick up the puck, or the draw here. Send it over to the wall. Detling can't handle it. Now it comes back. Detling battling. It's in the feet. They send it ahead. They chip it by Zivkovic down the far wall. Desai sends it right back to a Jacket high slot. Shot, missed everything near side, near corner. Where Kinger's going to pick it up. Kinger leaves it for Desai. Desai battles back there, loses it. It's loose in the circle. Over to the wall, Kinger getting hooked. We're getting a penalty here on the Jackets. Kinger, Jamalkowski needs to start skating. Desai up the center, drops it off to Kinger. Kinger into the corner. Kinger sends it around behind for Pilarski. Pilarski out to Kinger. Kinger, sixth attacker on. Around back, it's Claherty. They're battling back there. It's the Jackets loose in front through the goal mouth over to Kinger. Jackets touch it up, and there's the penalty. We'll get a hook on the Jackets. And we will go back on the power play. Minute 30. Come here in the near circle. Desai, Zivkovic, Pilarski, Kinger, Claherty. Tyndall talking to him. Riggs strapping her helmet back on. Must have needed a hair adjustment over there. Come into the near circle for this draw. As Pilarski's going to take it into the corner. Jackets are going to come out of there with it. We cannot win faceoffs as they come hard off the wall. Zivkovic holds. Throws it in the corner. Claherty to work. Claherty behind the net. Claherty still skating. Claherty drops it to Desai. Desai down to Pilarski. King can't handle it. King around the backside. Throws it off the goaltender. She gloves it. That's just not going to beat her at that angle. Minute 7. Zivy and Desai. We're going to the far corner now. With Claherty, King, Pilarski. Got to win a draw here. Kinger over to Claherty. Claherty to Pilarski. Pilarski to Zivkovic. Zivkovic dancing with it. Zivkovic tries to put it out to Pilarski. That one-timer would have missed badly as they hit somebody on the bench. That hit one of our girls right in the elbow on the bench. Let's see who it was. It was Detling. Detling got hit right in the elbow. Got to pay attention over there, Brooke. 4:58 into the corner. They send it all the way down. Jamelkowski leaves it for Desai. 46 to go in the penalty. Desai off the wall to Claherty. Claherty up the near wall. Claherty skating. We're going to make a lap here. No, she's going to come in on it. Claherty short side as the goalie started moving. Power play goal. And it's 3-1 Selects. Claherty picks up second of the night with 4:36 to go. It's a power play goal. And now the rig, Claherty and Yenny are going to come out here with Schuler and Dahl for an even strength shift. As Claherty comes in, takes this draw. Rig bodying somebody. Here comes Yenny. Yenny battling down the line. Yenny just dumps it around the backside. Jackets are going to get there first. Rigg steps in front of a girl, but the Jackets are going to knock it up the wall back to neutral. Had to go all the way down. Greg the Hammer wasn't paying attention, so no arm up, but it wouldn't have been icing anyway. Jackets battle behind Schuler. Schuler up the wall to Claherty. Claherty can't get it. Now up the wall to Claherty. Claherty to the Rigg. Rigg bats it out, and Yenny's going to go chase it. And that's going to result in a pass across the ice. As Claherty shoulders a player, comes all the way down. In behind Schuler. Schuler hits the Uno reverse card. Schuler up the wall for Yenny. Yenny up behind Claherty. Claherty to the Rigg. Rigg up the near wall. Rigg shoots. Goaltender with a save. Cover. Whistle. Shot from the near wall. And gonna get Beatty and Niner in the backyard with Makasenka, Barfight, and Taylor up front. As Barfight's going to step in and take this one. Right in on net. Goaltender covers. 3:39. We'll do it again. Shots have come back to even. 19-17 in favor of the Jackets. Boards 3-1 us. Somebody's back home from a 2-day in Cleveland, and I'm on the TV. I don't know who that is. I saw the text pop up on the iPad, but I don't have the numbers in my iPad address book because I'm not smart enough. Taylor skating in. Taylor backhand. Missed everything to the corner. Around the backside. That might be Frank or Jeff. Not sure. As Taylor chips it all the way across. Niner skates up. They're going to chip it by her as Niner retreats. Now Beatty's going to have to hurry up. Beatty's going to get there. Jamelkowski dives, covers. And she's got snow all over her. They clean her up. 3:05. And the Columbus fans are telling them to snow Jamelkowski again. Gotta love class. As Pilarski steps in for this draw. Dies on the dot. Jackets to the wall. Near point. They send it deeper. They send it around. And Desai's going to pick it up there. Desai up to Kinger. Kinger leaves it for Detling. Detling up the near wall. Detling with a little burst. Loses it in the corner. And now Pilarski picks it up. Pilarski puts it into the slot. And Lindsay tells me that was Frank. As they chip it away. Pilarski's going to have to chase it. She'll get there first. Pick it up. Take it behind the net. Right two of Jacket in the near circle. Shot. Jamelkowski blocker to the corner. Desai around back. Jackets have it. Now Desai again. Desai left it for Kinger. Kinger lost it to a Jacket low. Jackets loose in front. Pilarski. Pilarski will send it lazily. Greg the Hammer Valentine waves off the icing, and they're going to send it around the backside here to the near wall. Jackets behind their goaltender. 2:04 to go. Kinger, pressure. They send it up. Claherty out here. Kinger and Stevens. We need to get Yenny out here for Kinger. They send it around behind as Claherty gets shouldered off the puck. Jackets in front. Dahl knocks that to the wall. Still loose. Jackets behind the net. They come out to the high point. Over to the near far point. Shot from the far point. Jamelkowski gets a pad on it. And the Rig picks it up. Rig in front for Kinger. Kinger can't handle the pass and knock it out. Now King tips it ahead for Claherty. Here comes Claherty. Claherty with one to beat. Claherty tries the toe drag. Gets around. Can't get the shot off. Now around behind the net. Has Schuler up at the point. Doesn't come to her. Has Rig low. Still skating. Claherty shoots. Goaltender covers. Claherty gets leveled in front of the net. And Greg the Hammer Valentine says that's what we used to do in the WWE. We're not going to call it. Claherty gets leveled, and she decided to land on the goalie for good measure. And if you're going to push me, I'm going to land on your goalie. So Valentine's going to bring him to the near point, or the near circle for this draw, rather. Rig, Claherty, and Yenny. Schuler and Dull. Valentine must have a hot date. He's whistling to get him in the circle here. He wants his $50 and out of here. To the end wall, Jackets. Yenny skates over. Yenny around back to the Rig. Rig tried to put it in front, and Jackets had their sticks down and stopped that pass. And here they come the other way. Up the near wall. They skate around everybody. Still skating around the backside. Still skating with it. Up to the high slot. Shot. It's all the way through, but misses badly to the near side. They have it around behind the net as Claherty shoulders in. Claherty tries to get it ahead, can't. Claherty still battling. Jackets have it. Jackets send it lower. Claherty up ahead to Schuler. Now to the Rig. The Rig banks it out. And they're going to send it back in. Rig bodies a girl into the wall. They want a penalty on the Rig there. Not going to get it. And now it goes all the way deep. Keep an eye on these two. That body into the wall by the Rig brought to you by my good friends MJ Coulter Trucking. For all your trucking needs. Shot! Point blank range. Jamelkowski with the shoulder. Around the backside, Dull. Dull ducks under the high sticks. Loses it. Now they're going to get Dull. And the Jackets fans are excited about that penalty. And the Rig just looks at him and laughs. 6.7 to go. And they're going to get a call here against Dull. Dull's going to go see Aaron in the box. And we're going to get a power play for 1:30 for the Jackets. 6.7 in the arena. I'll fix the penalty time when we get into the next period as Desai, Pilarski, King, and Zivy come out here to kill this off. With 6.7 to go. Zivy will take it to the wall. She'll tie it up there. And that's the period. We played 2. It's 3-1. And until I reset the period, the penalty time keeps running because this app has some challenges. So we're going to go to 1:24 left on the penalty, 16 minutes in the third. We'll be back for period number 3. Pilarski, King, Desai, and Zivy to kill off the rest of this penalty. Jackets up the far wall. Pilarski stops, turns. Pilarski spinning. Pilarski cannot clear it. And now the Jackets have it on the far wall. Desai spins. Kinger picks it up. Kinger banks it around. This time Pilarski will get a chance, and she sends it all the way down slowly. And they're going to chase it down in the near circle. 1 minute to go in the penalty, 15:35 in the period. Jackets behind their own goaltender. Pilarski pressuring. Now they send it up the far wall. This one around King. Back to neutral. King cuts it off. Can't circle back to it, though, as the Jackets pick it up. Pilarski puts a stick in there. Now they skate around Zivkovic down the near wall. Center it. High slot shot. Jamalkowski says no, or it hit the size butt. One or the other. Out to the point where they send it down the half wall. Shot. Hit Desai in the elbow. Desai's hurt. Shot up high. Desai is hurt. And that one comes out. That's going to let Kea get to the bench. Hit Desai in an area on the back of the arm where there's no padding as Schuler jumps on in penalty kill relief for the injured Desai. She slumps to the bench. They get around Pilarski. Now they come right around Schuler, and they can't get the shot off. Schuler beating, banging, battling, and the Jackets hold it up to the far point. They're battling in front of the net with Zivkovic as Clardy jumps on the ice. Penalty over. Clardy picks it up behind the goal line. Clardy pulled down. We're getting a penalty here on the Jackets. And with 14:24, we're going to go back on. The power ball, power play. So we're going to go back on the power play here for a minute 30. Clardy, bar fight, King, Zivy, and Desai. As bar fight takes Pilarski's spot. No, King's going to come back out now. So it's going to be, King. Barfight took Pilarski's spot. Clardy with a draw, can't win. King brings it over to Desai. Desai down to Kinger. Kinger puts it in front. It's tipped. Over to the wall to Desai. Desai low to Kinger. Kinger around back. Kinger up high to Zivkovic. Zivkovic now down to King. King loose in front. Goaltender kicks to the corner. King gets dumped. They're going to come around Zivkovic and up the wall, and Desai's going to chase it. Her elbow appears to be fine. She just got hit in that spot right above the pad on the back of the arm, and there'll be a mark there in the morning. As they tried the long up pass to Clardy, Zivkovic did. It got cut off. Here comes a Jacket down the far side. Shot blocked by Desai. Over to the wall, Zivkovic. Zivkovic coming up the near wall with it. She's now leading the rush. Drops it off to Kinger at the near point. Kinger shoots off of a foot of a Jacket. Now we got Pilarski joining the rush with Dahl. And this one comes all the way back with 30 seconds to go. Zivkovic. King comes off. Here comes the rig. Sends it up to Pilarski. Pilarski loses it. Down the near wall come the Jacket. Shot. Jamalkowski leaves it. And Dahl's going to clean this up. Here comes Dahl. Dahl through neutral. Dahl up the near wall. Dahl skating. Dahl pulled down. No call. Greg Valentine looks right at it and makes no call. This one comes up the near wall to Clardy. Clardy skates in. Rig working in front of the net. Now behind the net. Penalty over. All the way around. Jackets are going to pick that up, flip it up to the point where Schuler sends it lower past the Rig. And the Jackets are going to pick it up there. 12:41 to go. This one comes up the near wall. Pilarski puts a stick in with the Olay approach, and it doesn't work as Dahl bats it deeper. Now Schuler in the corner. Schuler gets bodied into the wall. Puck loose in front. Pilarski still loose in front. Jamalkowski makes a save. Schuler flips it up to the point, but now she does chip it past that player. They regroup and get a couple of players changing here as Stevens and Clardy are now out here with Barfight. Beatty sent it ahead and didn't get it to anybody, and it comes all the way back up to the top of the zone. That player's struggling with it. Stevens applying pressure. Stevens pushing up to the point. Taylor lost it to a Jacket at the red line, and now they come in past Mrazek. They body Mrazek off the puck, pick it up behind the net, skate right by Taylor. Now they take it below again. Barfight battling. Barfight Magasenka as Magasenka picks it up in front of the net, fights through a stick lift, loses the puck there. And now it's Barfight Magasenka Taylor. They come right around Taylor in, shot. Jamalkowski puts that to the near side. They send it up the wall. Magasenka can't get a stick on it. Now Taylor will. She bats it out, and here she comes up the near wall. Taylor tried to knock it ahead to Magasenka. Couldn't get it by that Jacket. Barfight battles. They send it ahead back to Beatty. It's in Beatty's feet. She's struggling with it. Gets it over to Magasenka. Magasenka leaves it for Barfight. Here she comes up the near wall. Bar fight. Backhands it off the side of the net. Goaltender got the equipment on it, covers it up. 11:06. Shots are 25-20 in favor of the Jackets. And I hate to say it, but you can feel the energy coming out of these girls now. Just like this morning. As Rig, Yenny, and Claherty come out here, Zivy and Desai in the backyard. Claherty. Draw into the corner. Jackets around the backside, up the far wall. They send it back into the center. They tip it out. Desai, it's in her feet. Desai up to the Rig. Rig up the far wall. Rig with a shot. No, she puts it in front. Yenny overskates. Yenny sends it lower. Now it's in front. Rig can't get it. Rig still can't get it. And this one comes over to the near wall. Zivkovic battles. Zivkovic sends it back up the wall. Yenny with Claherty trailing. Hits Claherty. Rig trailing. Claherty. Rig, high slot. Claherty doesn't see her. Now the Rig's covered. Here comes Claherty. Claherty still skating with it. Claherty drops it off. No, she's going to skate around Zivkovic with it. Claherty's going to skate in. Shot. Goaltender knocks it down, but by this point, all the girls have been pushed out of the front of the net. Jackets back the other way. There's a lot of skating, and they all got pushed out of the way. Now here come the Jackets the other way. Shot. Missed everything to the near corner. Claherty overskates. Rig can't get a stick on it. Loose in the near circle. Claherty pushes that player to the corner. Around behind Zivkovic now. Still skating. High slot. Jamalkowski gets the glove on it. Couldn't cover it up. And they knocked in the rebound. She got the glove on it. Didn't catch it. Dropped, and they knocked it in. She caught it in her glove. It fell out, and they knocked it in on the doorstep, and it's 3-2. 9:55. Detling, Pilarski, Kinger, Schuler, and Dahl. As I told you, the energy's out of this team right now. This is going to turn, and not for the better. As King picks it up, and that's going to be the latest offsides call I've seen in a long time. As we're going to go to the dot in front of the Jackets bench for this face-off. As Kinger's going to step in to take this one. Pokes it into the zone, but nobody follows it. Jackets behind their goaltender. Detling, a little bit of pressure, but not much. King cuts it off on the half wall. King around behind, gets it in front of the net. Goaltender covers. 9:39. We're going to get another stoppage. So we'll come to the near circle for this draw. Dahl, Schuler, Pilarski, Kinger, and Detling. As Kinger steps in. Dahl came out of there with it. King now lower to Pilarski. She doesn't get there. Jackets pick it up. Here they come up the near wall. Now through neutral. With a head of steam. Around Kinger. In between. Kinger picks it up. Loses it on the doorstep. Still loose on the doorstep. Jamalkowski gets down. 2 quick saves. Dahl. Dahl. Up the near wall. Dahl skating. Dahl skating in. Dahl loses the puck on the wall. Can't push it into the center. Fights out of that hit. Up the wall to Kinger. Kinger back to Dahl. Can't handle it. Jackets behind their own goaltender. Pass Makasenka all the way up. Greg the Hammer Valentine says it was a tip. Schuler's going to get there. She's going to whip it into the corner, and now Dahl's going to pick it up. Dahl up for Makasenka. Too far up to King. King can't handle the puck. Jackets bring it back this way with 8:37 to go. Around the backside. Up the wall. Barfight going to step over, chip it lower to Makasenka. Barfight battles it. Beatty can't hold it. They're going to get around Beatty. They come in on a breakaway. Beatty comes back. Beatty pushes that player out of there. No penalty, despite they wanted one behind the glass. And the Jackets hold it. That player's down behind the action. Beatty's going to clean that up. Beatty up the wall. Jackets hold it. Still loose. Jackets. Near point. Jackets. Shot deflected by Barfight. Barfight gets kicked. Up the wall, Niner past Taylor and out. D-to-D pass as Makasenka pressures up the wall. Come the Jackets. They tip it in Beatty. Beatty back to a Jacket at the red line. This one comes up. They send it all the way in, and Beatty's going to have to go get it behind the net. Beatty Heavy pressure from a Jacket. Jackets take it from her. Up the wall to Taylor. Taylor tips it off a Jacket sticking out. Here they come. Back again. Down the near wall around Beatty. Shot. Jamalkowski loose on the doorstep. Here comes Makasenka. Makasenka up the near wall. Makasenka skating. Makasenka rips a shot. Goaltender covers. And we'll get a stoppage with 7. 14 to go. Clawherty, Rigg and Yenny, Desai and Zivy. The draw in the near circle here. As Clawherty's going to take it. We'll see if we can get something going here. Clawherty out to the point. Zivy. Zivy down low to Yenny. Yenny try to put it down to Clawherty. Can't get it there. Jackets. Jackets coming back the other way. Jackets get a shot off. Desai blocked that one. Yenny. Yenny trying to come up to Clawherty. She should have just been skating. Now she comes up to Clawherty. Clawherty loses the puck, kicks the puck. Jackets. Rigg comes in. We're getting a penalty on the Rigg here as the Rigg grabs her stick out from under that girl. And we're getting a penalty on the Rigg as they drop it back. Shot. Blocked. Tipped. Rigg's going to go visit Aaron in the box on a, see if he calls a trip or a hook. It's going to be the Rigg sitting down here. She's going to sit for roughing. She's going to sit down for roughing for a minute and a half. So that roughing penalty brought to you by MJ Coulter Trucking. Not the kind of stuff he wants to be sponsoring, but might as well mention it. For all your trucking needs, count on MJ Coulter Trucking. Clawherty steps in. Out to the far point. Music playing well after the face-off there. As this one goes around behind. Schuler can't get there. Now she gets there up the wall. Kinger out to the near point. They send it lower. Kinger gets pulled down right in front of Greg Valentine. No call. Around the backside. Now Dahl's going to sit down. Dahl's going to sit down for the same thing that just happened here to Kinger. And they're going to skate in, and as Dahl touches it up, now it's getting ugly. So we're going to play a minute 3 of 5-on-3 hockey. And we're going to play a minute 3 of 5-on-3. Clawherty, Zivkovic, or no, bar fight, Zivkovic and Desai. As they missed one right here, but they called the one over there. And bar fight out to the far point. They hold it now to the near point. Down low to the circle. Still skating loose. Jamalkowski covers that one up. And 5:53, 52 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 with the Rigg and Dahl sitting in the box with Aaron. This one comes up the near point. Lots of room, far point. Shot from the far point. Never got to Jamalkowski. Near circle or near corner, out to the near point. Far point. Near high slot. Shot from the high slot, blocked by Barfight. Into the near corner. Zivkovic chasing. 26 seconds. High slot. Shot. Tipped. Didn't tip it the right way, though, as it missed everything. Out to the wall. Desai. Desai going to come hard around. And nobody's chasing right now. They're just content to play a little bit of defense as Zivkovic steps up. Now they go lower. Low. Jamalkowski knocks it to the wall. Zivkovic whacks it up the wall, but not out. 4 seconds to go in the penalty of the Rigg. Over to the far wall. Rigg to the bench. Clawherty on. Shot high from right in front of the net. Didn't get through. Zivkovic up the wall. Clawherty skates in. Can't corral the puck. Clawherty can't get there. It's loose. They tip it. Barfight did. Zivkovic tries to whack it. Her stick gets held up. Now they have it low. Clawherty's going to come out of there with it. Clawherty at this point just ice it. Clawherty can't get it out. Now she does. Clawherty through center. Clawherty flying. Clawherty pulled down. And we're getting a penalty at this point. That might be a penalty shot. That should be a penalty shot. He should put it right there. He should put it right there for a penalty shot, but they're not going to do it. They should put it right out here for a penalty shot, but he's not going to point to it. The power play for Columbus is over, and Tindy wants to talk to Stripes. And they are going to give her a penalty shot. Clawhardy's going to get a penalty shot here. And we'll see what happens here. They have awarded Clawhardy a penalty shot for that call. Clawhardy adjusting her gear. Here she goes. Clawhardy going out wide. Clawhardy playing with it. Clawhardy makes it look easy, and it's 4-2. That's the hat trick for Clawhardy on the penalty shot. And Rigg, Clawhardy, and Yenny come out here. Tina's dancing. Rigg, Clawhardy, Yenny, Schuler, and Dahl as Rigg charges down the wall. They chip it by her up and out. Clawhardy skates across to Yenny. Yenny up ahead. She can't handle much of it as she's falling down. Into the corner. Rigg steps in front of a player. Up the wall to Clawhardy. Can't handle it. Yenny bangs it lower. Nobody back there. As the Jackets pick it up, come up the far wall. Schuler stops that one, at least momentarily. It's in her feet. Schuler falls down. Now they bring it up back to center. They get around Yenny. Into the corner, Dahl. Dahl takes that away. Dahl hits the Uno reverse card. Leaves it for Clawhardy. Clawhardy with Stevens on the near wing. And Yenny on the far side. Clawhardy pushing through. Could have been an interference call, but they don't see that penalty. As the Rigg and Clawhardy battle back there. This one pokes out. Jackets are going to get there first. Here they come up the near wall. 3:27 to go. Around to the far wall. They skate in on Dahl. Dahl takes that away. Dahl skating. Dahl with Yenny and Pilarski. Dahl throws it on net, but they're going to be offsides. We're going to come to the near dot here. This near dot brought to you by the Smiling Moose, our good friend Scarfo with his beer at the Moose. For all your pregame, in-game, and post-game beer, count on the Smiling Moose, our good friend Scarfo. Zivvy across to Kinger. Into the snow. King throws it in deep. 3:08. Around the backside. Loose back there as Detling gets pulled down. No calls. Stripes just watches. You know Detling's coming now. As this is going to get ugly. Out to the far wall. They get around Kinger. Lower. Desai blocks that one. Kinger battling out to the far point. This one comes out. Kinger with pressure. Kinger can't quite handle it. Now they chip it ahead. Detling can't handle it. Detling looking to level somebody after that hit behind the net, which I didn't see, but I saw the result. Now it comes up the wall. Zivvy, they're all battling. Here comes Detling. Detling behind King. And Beatty's going to skate over and pick it up. Beatty bringing it up. Beatty loses it at the blue line. This time it's going to be Zivkovic. Zivkovic skating. Zivkovic throws it deep with 2:10 to go. Goaltender holds it back there. Barfight skates around behind the goaltender. Makasenka holds it deep. Battles it to the corner. Tied up there. Barfight sends it deeper. Makasenka and a Jacket battling. Taylor steps over. Taylor, minute 53, throws it deeper. Jackets pick it up, poke it out. Barfight battling. Up the far wall. They gain the red line dump. Around behind Jamalkowski. Desai picks it up there. Desai. And the skate it herself. Desai loses an edge. Jackets pick it up there. Barfight runs into a Jacket and falls down. That player was 100 times Barfight's size. Taylor throws it deep with 1:25 to go. Around the backside for Makasenka. Makasenka shouldered into the wall. This one comes up off a skate. Jackets back to center. Over to the far wall. They come down the center. Desai pushes that player to the corner. Desai spins. Now they battle in the corner. Up the wall to Taylor. Taylor tries to put it ahead to a Jacket. Empty net. This one comes back to neutral. Kinger. Zivkovic comes out. Kinger out here with Dull, Taylor, Zivkovic, Pilarski. Here comes Dull. Dull loses it into the corner with 45 to go. Dull flips it into the stands and nobody's paying attention. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a hockey game. You actually have to pay attention. As the puck almost killed a fan of the Pilarskis here. She's paying no attention and almost got brained by the puck. This is a hockey game. You have to pay attention. And this one came right into the crowd as Pilarski, Niner, Desai, Kinger, and Zivkovic out here for a heavy defense line at the end of this game. They got 6 players out. That one skates all the way out. Hammer Valentine waves off the icing as the Jackets are going to skate it back. Kinger with pressure. This comes all the way up, goes down, and Zivkovic's going to get there. They wave off the icing. Zivkovic goes hard around with 15 to go into the corner. Niner crashes into that Jacket and falls down. Now she's still battling Zivkovic up the wall and out of the rink. We got 6.6 to go. I must have bumped the clock. We'll get back in line. We got pucks flying out of the rink all over the place. This is hockey. You got to pay attention. 6.6 to go. Pilarski steps in for this draw. Pilarski draws it back to the wall where Zivkovic's going to be content to tie it up. It ends up back there. We got 0.5 seconds to go, and we're getting a checking penalty on Greg the Hammer Valentine's going to call a checking penalty, and they're just going to blow the clock. Desai's in some anguish down there. Something happened to Desai. Not quite sure what. Desai took some contact there at the end, and she has some upper body distress. But nonetheless, we win 4-2. I'll bring you the handshake. Get over the YouTube delay, and we will see you the next time your Steel City Selects are in action. As always, thanks for watching. Your girls here on Wicked Slapshot Productions. Have a good Saturday night.